Plenty Valley FM presents Sig's Flicks.
And it's a good morning to Mr. Anderson. Good morning, Mr. Sig Oscar Anderson.
Yeah, Oscar may well be my middle name today. How are you, Bill?
Not too bad. A bit tired. I went down to Geelong and watched the Geelong St Kilda match, so it takes a long time to get back when the roadworks are happening. So
yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah, got to bed about 1 o'clock.
Oh, ouch. Okay. Well, anyway, you had to get up early for today's Valley Lifestyle.
Exactly. I'm a trooper.
Got it in there. And the final dying stages of Valley Lifestyle. Here we have Sig's Flicks, as you say.
Exactly. And the big Oscar winners.
Yeah, so there's several Oscar winners and a few interesting things happened at the Oscars. Some of you may have seen it last week, but we'll go over some of the things that happened and some of the moments first that were on there. I think it was pretty good to announce. Host Jimmy Kimmel was quite interesting. He was good with a lot of his stuff. He had a couple of good jokes there, and it was a safe, not too controversial host, and he tightened things up a little bit. But one thing he did, which was really good, was he brought out a lot of the film crews, and they're all out there on stage. So this is the truck drivers, the lighting crew, the sound people, the camera operators. He got them up on stage and acknowledged the backstage people that were up there, and I think that was quite a good gesture there. That was very well received.
Oh, great!
So that was an interesting moment. Another crazy thing, we had John Cena, ex-wrestler, and
yeah.
come out. He came out to produce a costume award with. He was totally Starkers himself, so that was a interesting, funny side thing to have happen. And there was a nice little gag between Jimmy Kimmel and himself, and the trick was how did they actually open the envelope, and the envelope itself was covering his bits, so they got a costume around him, and he got around it all right. But that was sort of funny. It was an interesting thing.
Great, and your predictions come true.
Some of them, yeah. A few other moments. We have quite an interesting thing from Cord Jefferson. He had a speech for winning Best Screenplay Oscar for American Fiction, which is quite a good film, nominated film, about a black guy who was concerned about all the people writing stereotype or thinking stereotype the African American situation. And this film was made for considerably less than $10 million. And he was saying, why can't we have more films, more money going to these films to support emerging filmmakers? We'll have films like the bigger one, Fast X, for example, cost $340 million, and Mission Impossible, The Dead Reckoning, only Part 1, nearly $300 million. So it was quite an interesting scene there. So we had again, one of the standout moments was Ryan Gosling singing Just Ken for his nomination for Best Song, and it was a great song. It was a big harken back to the 30s musical numbers, and it was quite a big production number, but it didn't win in the end, although it was a better song. Another song from Barbie, What Was I Made For, was the one that got there. So that was quite a good thing. We have the filmmaker that won 20 Days in Mariupol. That was quite a good documentary, and he was saying, he wished the film had not been made because of this terrible situation, of course, over in Ukraine. But so it was a pretty interesting moment there. But there were several things. I think we have, especially the big winner, of course, was Oppenheimer, as expected. It had 13 nominations, and it won Best Director, Best Actor for Cillian Murphy, and Best Actor in Supporting Role. Robert Downey Jr. was successful there, and we have a good one. But looking again at Best Picture nominees, as you say, Oppenheimer was predicted to win, and I still think Poor Things should have won, and possibly Killers of the Flower Moon from Martin Scorsese, a very well-respected director, but still hasn't been able to win anything, although being nominated for many years and making several really good films. So that's unfortunate there. But once again, Oppenheimer, very good job there for Best Picture.
Scorsese hasn't won anything at all.
I think it's been a while since he won. He did win one, I think, several years ago. But lately he has been nominated many times. He has been the oldest nominated actor, actually. So that was quite good there. For Best Actor, we have a highly predicted Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer once again. And that was, I think, pretty well an open and shut case. He was expected to win that. There was very good roles. Once again, I said, from Paul Giamatti in The Holdup. And Bradley Cooper was pretty well on the nose for Maestro doing Bernstein. A lot of people reckon he was a bit too try-hard on, went a bit Oscar baiting, doing everything he could to try and win the Oscar, which was sometimes putting people off. Didn't quite get the essence of Bernstein in that film, although he worked hard to get it for that one.
Right, well,
for Best Actress, once again, this was a big upset of the night. We had such a good role from Annette Bening in Nyad, but she didn't get it. Once again, we had Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of a Fall, and that was quite a good film. She was also in Zone of Interest, of course, which won Best Foreign Film, Foreign Language Film. And the big expected winner was Lily Gladstone, playing a very good job in Killers of the Flower Moon, and also the first ethnic American film actor to possibly win this one. But she was passed over for Best Actress by Emma Stone in Poor Things, which I thought we should win it anyway. She has a very good role in that film, playing a woman who gets a brain transplant from her unborn child and learns a lot of things and develops through life and becomes a bit more aware of things. Very, very good job acting that one. So that was well deserved.
Wow.
And so many. Again, looking at Best Supporting Actor, we have again an open and shut case. Pretty well, highly expected. Robert Downey Jr. playing the evil politician in Oppenheimer, and he did so well in that one, ahead of Robert De Niro in The Killers of the Flower Moon. Again, he was quite good in that one, but some of the other ones, Mark Ruffalo again, playing the spurned boyfriend in Poor Things. But Robert Downey was so good. He's such a good actor there. So that was picked and should have won and did. Looking at Best Supporting Actress, we have, again, an open and shut case. This one was as expected. Such a good job from Davine Joy Randolph, playing the no-nonsense, down-home, very, very straightforward cook in The Holdovers with Paul Giamatti when they were in the Paul Giamatti and one of the boys from the school were on campus over the Christmas holidays, and she was so good in that. So that was good. And Best Director was pretty predicted once again, Christopher Nolan in Oppenheimer. But again, I thought Yorgos Lanthimos should have got it for Poor Things, which was, I think, should have got it for Best Film. But again, Christopher Nolan done some good films, and he was deserving in this one, and was quite good. I particularly interested in the international feature film, and so many good ones there, particularly Zone of Interest, which is also nominated for Best Film. And the 3 nominees for Best Film, foreign language films, which was quite interesting. We had Zone of Interest, and we also had Anatomy of a Fall and Past Lives, mostly in Korean. But there was interesting films there. So congratulations in order for that one. But another film, Il Capitano, which is coming out now, an Italian film very shortly, I'll be reviewing that in next week for that releases. You'll be able to see that one. Very highly recommended film, though. It didn't quite get Best International Film. About a couple of boys, a bit of a road movie in Italy, trying to get back and retrieve something as they get a couple of interesting situations along the way. So a lot of things there. Best International Film for that one. And once again, I think the awards for Best Song went to, we have the winner was Billie Eilish and her brother, Phineas O'Connell. What Was I Made For? And some of the songs presented on this one were not very good at the Oscars, some of the performances, except I'm Just Ken, which was a real showstopper thing that sort of romped in. You got everyone singing with him. So lots of entertainment there and things. So the Oscars are back again, a little bit tighter, and some of the awards were pretty well predicted, but a few surprises as they have. I don't know whether many people sat through the whole thing, but were you able to see it, Bill, or did you have better things to do?
No, I was entrapped in station administration.
Ah, right. Getting things done.
Exactly. But in the music, the original song, you mentioned that What Was I Made For from Barbie. What was the one from the Killers of the Flower Moon?
Yeah, that went really well. That was quite a good stage presentation. Wazahi, Song for My People, and that was music and lyrics by Scott George, and that was quite interesting. That was quite interesting, very good rendition from the stage with the people singing, mostly chanting with the drums, very much like the Native American presentation there. So that was a good one, but unfortunately not a winner.
Well, you were a winner because you're able to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Do it again. What's it called?
That one, Wahazeshi.
Yeah, well done. All right, mate, we've run out of time, so the Oscars were good. A lot of your predictions came true, and the Academy has spoken.
It has indeed. And many of these films, I just might add really quick in the end, most of these films, except for the one I mentioned coming up, you can see in Melbourne right now. So if you're curious about some of these films, they're screening or streaming right now, so you can check them out.
Beautiful. All right, thanks for coming on today and giving us a wrap-up of the Oscars.